get situated. Oh, alright, bet. Well, that's lit. Let's get up in this joint. Ultra rising. Ultra rising. Ultra rising. Woo! This is Lord Hika Soul Ra, aka the Black Butterfly, aka Soul Royal Justice, aka you already know who this is, man. For real, for real, for real. So listen, guys. You know, thank you for being here for one. Let me light this incense real quick. Thank you for everybody being here. Even if you ain't here yet, when you do come and when you re-watch this, I'm just saying thank you for right now. But so today we're going to be doing a little bit of collective heart work, a little bit of healing, and we're actually going to be dismantling and some programs. We're going to be deactivating some programs today through the collective consciousness, and we're going to basically I want to say dismantle. We're going to break down this 13 body program that's been it's been activated because a lot of us have activated the crystalline sphere, right? So before we get started though, let me just see. So greetings, greetings, ultra rising to everybody out here, to everybody that ain't even here yet, to everybody that's gonna be here soon, you feel me? And today I want to bring this live to y'all, and the title of it is Timeline Wars 24, Antichrist egregore. Antichrist egregore, right? And anti-gravity paralysis deactivated. Now, before we just get all the way in it, I'm gonna ask that you subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff you could do. If you're in alignment to invest as per the law of abundance, as per the law of giving and receiving, as per the law of balance. Cash app is $divinemoira. Okay, let's get it. $divinemoira. That's $divinemoira. All amounts, no matter the size, is welcome, and I'm sending gratitude in advance for your support. Right? All right. So with that being said, also services, guys, services. Thank you to anybody that has booked any readings, any sessions with me. Man, I'm having so much fun working with you all. I'm having so much fun expanding our soul's consciousness, and I just want to say thank you. Not just like a general cliche. You know how people just do the regular general cliche, like thank you, because they just want you to come back. But nah, like this one right here is truly from my heart. Like I'm saying thank you. Ashe was good. Like, I'm saying thank you because a lot of y'all helped me to gather a lot of research and data that it was hard to intellectualize the experiences, and nobody really was talking about it on none of the let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me before we go, because I need to make sure. Ashe. She said, hey, Hika, how you doing? Hey, peace and love always, family. Peace and love always, man. So, oh, yeah, all right, bet y'all can hear me. Cool. So, like, there was this energy that I personally, individually, was, I want to say conquering. I want to say it's kind of was in the way of a battle. And I had beat it plenty of times, but then if I lowered my vibration any time, or if I forgot to pray or something like that before I went to sleep, this thing doesn't take no time to, I want to say, act. Okay, so before we get started, y'all, just thank you to anybody, right, that has supported in such a way, but not even just about monetary aspects, even though that is an important and major part of this game that we play called life. You know, thank you for helping me to magnetize the aspect and to increase, my relationship with the energy of money anyway, right? But that's not about this. This is about me saying thank you to you guys actually coming in, booking, because this allowed me to actually research the energy that I was experiencing. I thought that I was the only one experiencing it, but I found out through a lot of readings that I wasn't the only one experiencing a lot of stuff that was happening, especially this this phenomenon, right? This phenomenon that is not sleep paralysis. It's not. Everybody who I've talked to, they was like, man, I know it's not sleep paralysis. I knew that it wasn't sleep paralysis. Neither. I knew that it had something to do with interstellar traveling. I knew that it had something to do with traversing, right? Traversing through different realms and different bubbles, right? Different bubbles of consciousness. That's the only way I can really put it. Different bubbles, right? Literally. And so these are like higher dimensional spaces that a lot of us have finally been able to access together as a team in the collective. And so today what we're going to do is, now that I have enough information, I have enough data to basically alchemize, transmute, and deactivate this egregore that we've been up against collectively. Now, I want you to know that this is not about fear. It's never been about fear. It never will be about fear. Not with me. It never is about good and evil and none of that stuff. Not with me. With me, it's about neutrality, but it's also about balance, right? And it's also about, unity, like true, real unity. But it's also about, the advancement in our soul evolution and what's greatest for us in our reality, in our experience. So, this is important for us to be talking about. So what we're going to do, we're going to collectively team together. If you're watching this in the future, as far as you're watching the replay, you can still join the clearing. Listen, I'm not asking y'all for no money. However, if you want to invest or tip, I like to say tip, right? If you like to tip for the lecture and the experience, please do so. You know what I'm saying? That actually helps to buy more time so I can spend more time with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And so that's what, that's pretty cool about that. But I'm trying to get the rain starting to come down out of nowhere, y'all. Like, for real. It wouldn't even just rain it. But, we're going to accept that we might need to just maybe move locations. We might need to maybe just move locations. But let's give it a second to just see what it do. Let's give it a second to just see what it do if it gets, because the sky is like all white right now, covered or whatever, so I can't really see no blueness to just let me know, okay, if it's going to pass through or not. But damn, I was talking about something, and when I be talking about something and people message the phone, it be throwing you off sometimes. Let me try to get back on track. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to collectively clear. We're going to do a collective declaration. So it don't matter if you're not here to watch it, the live right here, right now, as we're doing it, you're still going to be able to do it. All I ask is that, I'm not asking for your money or whatever. All I'm asking that is you participate. It's free. It's free. And so I'm going to explain everything to you all. And I'm going to explain why are we doing this. And I'm going to just give you every aspect or angle so that we can have a clear picture. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper and you're going to basically, I have a declaration that I wrote, that I put together for us collectively. We're going to write this declaration together and we're just going to burn it. And this will dismantle the core of the 13 body Antichrist egregore that has been reactivated, but now it's been deactivated. So what we're going to do is deactivate the energy. Why? Because we got the power. We got the power to do whatever we want to do. We got the power to do whatever we want to do. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is about us. We are everything. Like, you are valuable. You are the most valuable piece to this game. You are just like a game when you're playing chess. You are the queen. Even if you a guy out there, you're the queen. And I don't mean this on no flamboyant. I don't mean this on that. I just mean it as power and peace and, you know, position. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I call these lectures Matrix and Ascendancy. Because we already ascended. Now we're in a position of ascendancy, meaning we're in position already. We don't have to keep trying to ascend. We already did. We already did. So, come on, Rain. I'm going to need you to... Hold up. Let me just try to get this rain, like, over real quick. I already know what to do. Give me a second. Y'all might be about to see me in action in real life, because I be doing this all the time. Alright. Alright, let's get it. I say, listen, y'all, we about to have to give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to get the rain to, you know, there's certain words I need to say. I'm just trying to think if I should do this in public or whatever. Because sometimes, you know, people, you got to keep some stuff secret. Because, like, if people find out you could do certain stuff, you know, people, certain other people, it's serious like that, y'all. It really is. So... collectively, we're gonna, you know, I have enough data and information now. Me personally, I've been basically battling with this energy for like 11 months now, right? And so I got enough data on it to the point where I can see clearly. Look, there's a drone going by, so I know I'm in the right place at the right time. I can see clearly. I can see clearly. So thanks to everybody who has booked the reading with me, thanks to everybody who has asked the right questions, thanks to everybody who has activated, you know, the help me to find the answers or to access the answers that I was trying to get. So like 11 months ago, right? 11 months ago, I did a lecture. This was like a 3-hour lecture. This lecture was about processing year 33, right? It was also about becoming the future self now, right? It was about us transitioning as a collective from our carbon-based body to our crystalline-based body, from our carbon-based plasma body to our crystalline, you know, light body. And so I was talking about spiritual warfare and things like that in that lecture because that was a night, the day I did that lecture was the night I had just had a battle. Right, had a battle with this energy this Antichrist energy, right? Now I know people might be saying, "Oh, the Antichrist is fake." Oh, da 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 da. Listen, I don't argue with nobody, but you know, this is something that's been occurring in my reality. I don't know if it's been occurring in yours, right? And a lot of people who I did readings with, it's been occurring in their reality too. So it's enough of us where I noticed that this was a collective energy. At first, I thought it was just me. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm doing some new training, you know, maybe I'm doing some new training and maybe this is just stuff, energy got to be cleared and all that. I had so many different thoughts about it, but then I also knew that I always wanted to look at it from the highest perspective, but I also knew that some of it wasn't going to be able to be seen from the highest perspective, and that's okay, right? Because in order, like, I'll do shadow work. So shadow work means that I'm a shadow worker, so I like work through the actual shadows, the hidden parts of our subconscious mind that everybody be scared to talk about, that everybody be scared to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I do. I acknowledge it, I see it, and then, you know, I transmute it with the love, because that's like my superpower. All right, so now let's get into this thing. I think that the rain is starting to, it seems like it's starting to try to stop a little bit, maybe. It's usually this thing I say, and it takes it away. But I got guided not to be doing that all online and stuff. So, all right, timeline 24, Antichrist egregore and anti-gravity paralysis. Now, this is a true thing, y'all. Like, it's too many of us is having this experience and we're not being able to identify it because we haven't had any, like, nothing to compare it with, right? So, when we activated that crystalline body collectively, a lot more pieces and parts that go along to that body activated too. And when we activated this energy as a collective consciousness, this also, a side effect of that was also the reactivation of devices and ethereal spiritual powers and weapons that were created to kind of, they're basically anti-gravity devices, right? And so now gravity, right? Now gravity is the energy of, like, it's like magnetic. It's magnetic. So it's more like a feminine aspect. It's more like a feminine aspect. And when you're thinking about the feminine aspect, you're thinking about nurture. You're thinking about caring. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking about, like, hugging. And so it's kind of like a hug, right? It's kind of like a hug. Gravity is kind of like a hug of mother hugging us, right? That's really great. So anything anti-gravity, so anti-gravity is more of a masculine energy, so to say, just to kind of intellectualize what the situation is right here. And so it's not of a high vibrational divine masculine energy though. It's like a shadow aspect of, like, the unhealed egoic masculine energy, okay? And so you could use any of these perspectives, tools, devices, technologies in any way. You know what I'm saying? It's not the gun that kill a person. It's the person who be holding the gun and how they kill a person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you know, it's magic ain't evil, right? It's whoever is intentions behind the magic and how they using it. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is, you know, a lot of people get real spiritual, or they get real high vibrational, or they get real conscious, and they be like, man, F the Bible. I'm real conscious. Like, I'm overly conscious sometimes, and I still read the Bible, not from the perspective of we used to, but I read it as a tool because it can advance me further in my path, because it's a lot of freaking power in that book, and it's a lot of concepts you just got to understand and know how to get to it. So basically, I'm just saying that to say that there's always a good and a bad, so to say. There's always a polarity aspect to everything. So this energy that we've been dealing with, the anti-gravity paralysis. Now, how many of y'all have been out there experiencing it's not sleep paralysis, but it's a situation where you're asleep, and sometimes it comes with hallucinations, but these ain't hallucinations. These is projections of phantom reality timelines. And it's like your body, it's not like you can't breathe, or like something sitting on your chest, or like something choking you. It's not like that. It's the energy of, like, you can move your feet and your toes. You know what I'm saying? It's the energy of, like, something anti. You feel what I'm saying? It's like a more anti energy. Like, you know the difference when it let go, when the device or the weapon, when it lets go of you. Like, it's like electrical harassment, okay? Now, this is the truth, right? But we're going to alchemize this shit together. But in order for us to alchemize it, we got to be aware of what's happening entirely at the core. We got to be aware of the shadow aspect so that we can heal it, so that we can, you know, transform it, so that we can transmute it. So that's the reason why I'm bringing it to you from the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking the truth. And so it's like, once it's electrical, you know, harassment, once it lets you go, that's when you wake up in this world. You know what I'm saying? You wake up in this world from your sleep. It could be the middle of your sleep. It could be, you could just went to sleep. This could happen. It's like no time frame the way it be happening. Like it be trying to disturb your sleep cycle or something like that. Hold on. We about to have to relocate. Cause people done pulled up, man. I don't like to meet people all in my face and shit. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. We gotta relocate to the whip. Damn. Give me a second. Just give me 1 second, bro. The rain got us, bro. It came down, pouring on. I don't know if it's still on here. One thing about me, boy, I be prepared. I truly just be prepared. Alright, hold on. Let me see. Where we at? My bad, y'all. I wasn't even trying to go through all of this. But now I gotta clean the screen off. Give me a second. Yes, sir. Direct energy weapons being used. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. Alright, so now here's the thing. I got a lot of information on how things been jumping off. And I also got solutions as to sorry, y'all. And I also got solutions as to what we can do to better basically, you know, help ourselves with the situation. Damn. Alright, we back. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. We about to get this shit. Let me know if y'all can hear me. We about to, get this power. Let's go and get this power going, generated. I just need to know if y'all can hear me because the phone. Alright, bet. Alright, so now I was basically at a part where I was saying, it's a little hotter this motherfucker. Alright, so I was basically at a part where I was saying, like, a lot of us been experiencing the energy. So what's happening is that in the mix of all the timeline distortions, right? In the mix of all of this occurring, there were consciousnesses who stepped in to try to like create scramble codes and things like that in our matrix, right? So once a lot of us turned on and activated and accessed and freaking unlocked or unveiled our crystalline bodies, these machines turned on, these anti-gravity devices turned on. And so it's not sleep paralysis. It's really not sleep paralysis. It's a freaking egregore. It's an actual egregore based out of the anger realities, based out of the anger grids. And so it's angry at itself for real of the decisions it made. But it's like a togetherness that it just can't get with. And so what happens is this: there are programs that are infinite intelligent programs, just like we are infinite intelligent. There are infinite intelligence programs uh, that are tied to devices and technologies that activate the more we activate. Now, these are devices that the Orion collective groups and the Lyran wars, these are devices that were created way back then. So this is why we got to come together to dismantle and declare the timelines and the energies out so that we can advance further without that energy trying to infringe on us in any way, shape, form, or possible, because that's not our time and that ain't our timeline, and we don't have to be dealing with something that's just infinite intelligent and can't go away. So what I'm saying is this: let's say that you were a part of the Orion and the Lyran Wars and the Galactic Wars, right? This entity that we're dealing with, it branches from a galactic civilizations and things like that. And so now, what happens is when they was doing all these the empires, the galactic empires were fighting over territories, space territories, right? And so actual they created these operations and things like that. Like this right here is a space operation. Literally, it's a space opera. And so they create like these operations and these situations and things like that. So what happened was when these wars and stuff was popping off, there were traps that were set in place. There were energetic traps that these aren't really attached to the force screens. The force, when I say force, FORECE, force screens, right? These are energetic freaking barriers. And they kind of play as domains that block the consciousness from blockchains, right? Blockchains. So when the Orion empires and their empires had basically infringed on a lot of the main timelines, like they infringed on the Sumerian and the Egypt timeline, and they falsified a lot of inception points there in that beginning. So a lot of stuff was going on around the same time. And so while this was happening, there were these machines that were put in place that are due to cut on, because what happened was these machines was to keep the planet asleep. They was to keep all the inhabitants sleep on the planet. They was to keep us like stuck in these anti-gravity, like these Charlotte webs, right? The dark web. They was to keep us sourcing our consciousness and our life force and our energy through the dark web. But what happened was they're set, and so they got like automatic timers. Let's just say like let's say like in trading, when I'm trading this stuff, I go in there, I can look at some trades that I see, but if I know I got to be somewhere in an hour, I can just set an automatic trade up to just when the charts or when the price gets to this number, the trade automatically takes. Even if I'm not at the computer, I'm somewhere else doing my own thing, the trade automatically takes. And then I get an alert to my phone like, yeah, this trade just won or this trade didn't just win. So it's kind of just like that. It's just like an automatic device that turns on based on the human collective consciousness reaching a certain level of enlightenment. Okay, so there are side effects that comes with us being the awoken ones or us being enlightened. Like there are side effects that come with this thing, y'all, because there are a lot of systems that were in play to kind of box this evolution from happening. Because when you're dealing with timeline wars, you're dealing with entities who use time space manipulation to try to influence our collectives because they want our energy and they want to dominate and control. But then you also have other aspects that are the total opposite of what they want, you know what I'm saying? But they also want to use us for their own agenda as well, you know what I'm saying? So everybody trying to use our energy but us, you feel me? So now that we done accessed our power, we've been putting in the work collectively. We've activated, it's been like 12 months that I know, or 11 to 12 months that we've activated this device. Now this device is sourced through the moon, right? It's sourced through the moon. And it shoots out these satellite beams or something like that. Now I know it sounds crazy as hell, but you know, I don't some of the stuff, like the way I'm living my life is paranormal, right? And so it just got to be that way. And I know some of the stuff I say it sound crazy, but it's my truth. It's my truth, and I'm speaking it. You feel me? So let's break it down a little bit more. Now you guys know, like y'all know what activated these machines. Us getting so much enlightenment as a collective turned these machines on. These machines are infinite intelligent machines that are thousands and thousands and thousands. This is technology that's not even used. Like, this is technology that we can't turn off. They can't turn off. One, because they don't know how to use. They don't even understand it. So they can't turn off the infinite intelligence. And as long as the sun is here to give power, the machine's gonna work. You feel me? And so if they set the certain alarms, they are like, okay, if the human collective, like, we got layers and seals to break through as a collective, individually and collective. So they like, okay, if the humans somehow start to become awakened and they wake up past this thought forms and these thought forms, let's cut on these machines. Let's set these machines to a timer. So even though their civilizations are not here, the Orion civilizations, who had something to do with the implantation of these devices and with the creation of the technology that these devices are made of, a lot of them are not even in this sector or this vector of the universe or the multiverse or our reality anymore. A lot of that consciousness has regrouped and is somewhere else now. But there are still side effects and machines and traps and operations that they left behind. For example, the concept of how this planet was like mind control, the mind control systems. A lot of them systems are still in play. We are collectively, slowly but surely breaking through these mind control operations. However, it's still deeply, deeply embedded into the subconscious mind of our collective consciousness, right? And that's why you still have so many people unconscious. You have a lot of people conscious, but you have a lot of people unconscious too. Right? A lot of people that's unconscious, they're kind of still feeding energy and life force and soul to these devices. Remember, the infinite intelligence means that they need the sun in order to operate. Without the sun, they die. But they need the sun. And so now the sun is the Christ, right? The Christos, the Christ energy, right? You, in other words, you're the sun. And if you're the sun, it doesn't mean that you're SON. It just means that a son and a daughter could be the sun, right? So because you always got to have space for all perspectives to exist so that you can see the bigger picture. So multidimensionally viewing every situation that's what serves us as a collective. It's not just one way. If you cling on to one belief too freaking much, you're blocking yourself. You're keeping yourself stuck in that one space. You're multidimensional. You grasping on to one narrative, to one concept, don't serve you. Why? Because that ain't multidimensional. That ain't multi. You know what I'm saying? It's like you lessering your own power that's why, me personally, I don't hold on or grasp on. I'm so detached from this whole entire experience. And so if I was to go right now, I'm partying on the way out. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's how detached I am from it. You know what I'm saying? I've already put out like orders and what needs to go down, you know what I'm saying, for if I go before everybody else that know me go, type of thing. So as we invest in consciousness, these systems are turned on. And so today what we're going to do, we're going to deactivate it, because a lot of people in the consciousness and the collective don't know that it's happening and they can't identify it. And that's why it took a lot of us, it took me 11 months to freaking identify fully what this energy was, and I couldn't do it without y'all. You know what I'm saying? This was something that was a team effort. I had the information, but there were still missing pieces because I didn't know if it was just happening to me or not, right? And so as a collective, we've reached Buddhahood. We've reached Buddhahood. That's like 8 dimension type energy. That's like, 8 dimension. Man, you're talking about process, you're talking about time, you're talking about high levels of freaking technology that we have accessed as a crystalline light body human collective consciousness. So now that's how the machines that's how the machines been cutting off. And I've been left that mundane mindset, my damn self. Hey, for real, because that just ain't it. That just is not it, and it don't really serve us. I swear it don't. So now these egregores, or this egregore, it's a program that activates automatically when the collective reaches a certain level of enlightenment, right? That's what we know that it is. Now there could be more devices like this, but the one that recently surfaced was the one that I'm telling you all about now. If you want to call them hate devices, you can, or whatever, but it's anti-gravity. So it's the opposite of what gravity is. And so it's actually real technology. And a lot of that technology doesn't, like, the roots of it doesn't, it's like hidden. And so they that's why they can't like take it, like they can't just reverse engineer it, or they can't do stuff like that to it, because one, they don't know it's there. Two, they don't know how to measure. They can't use 3-dimensional means in order to like work it. In order to work it, it's not gonna work in that fashion. All right, so now these traps, these devices and things that has been turned on. So this device is sourced through the moon, and what happens is it zaps you with like some electricity, and so it's like an electrical freaking laser beam. I know this shit is fucking retarded, right? It's like a electrical laser beam that beams you while you're asleep. I swear. And so attached to it, right? That's like the side effect of it. Attached to it is like the Antichrist egregore type of situation. Now, what is an egregore? An egregore is like a thought. It's like a humongous collective thought that everybody has given it enough power for it to become its own energy. You know what I'm saying? So like egregores are anything, gods, deities, like huge things, like demons, angels, things like that. All right, so let me try to get, because I had to write down a few little things, because when this joint was coming through, I was like, man, we got the piece that we've been looking for. We got that joint. And so these timelines, this technology, is based out of what you call a Metatronic. It's based out of like a Metatronic technology. So Metatronic, so that's like Metatron. Right, that's like Metatron, that's like Metaverse. I remember me and Q was having a conversation, and he hit it on the spot. He said something about Meta and something about Ultra. And I remember us having this conversation, and it's crazy that it turns out that the anti-gravity and this Antichrist energy, egregore, is associated with the Meta. With the freaking Meta, but not the light side of the Meta, the actual shadow polarity of the electromagnetic consciousness, the shadow aspect of it. And so we're gonna basically be using the inner wisdom of the collective consciousness to manipulate the timelines for our greatest good together. That's what we're gonna do. Why? Because it's been thousands and thousands of years since these machines been put into play, and it's time to end it. Just like reincarnation. You don't have to reincarnate, y'all. Like that's not a freaking, like, them timelines is not our timelines. And so we don't have to agree to that collectively. We don't have to agree, because our collective thought is the power. You know what I'm saying? So like, the reason why that system, that's what I was telling y'all, how a lot of these systems are still in play, even though a lot of these organizations, a lot of these cosmic galactic groups are not even have been barred from this sector of space. You see what I'm saying? A lot of them not even here, but they had been running a lot of systems and a lot of freaking webs through this sector of space, a lot of dark webs and stuff like that. And so that's how we are there at that point. Okay, so yeah, that's basically, I wanted to basically tell y'all how like the Antichrist, this energy, and it's like an aspect of it, this shadow is this meta energy. So this Metatron energy, now I know that an aspect of the Metatron energy is the archangel of like the cube and whatnot, but these 13 bodies are sourced through this actual Metatronic technology that I'm talking about, this magnetic consciousness. Now, the higher aspect of it will be gravity, but the lower aspect of it, or the opposite, or the polar aspect of it, will be anti-gravity. So the whole point of what I'm bringing this here today is I'm just revealing this stuff to y'all so that we can create a declaration, and that's what we're going to do right now. You're going to create the declaration, and then you're going to burn it. We're going to write this joint on a piece of paper, and then we're going to burn it. And so what this does collectively, this is something, I mean, I could do it by myself, but it's more powerful when we do it together, because this is a collective energy that we were dealing with. This wasn't just my own energy that was going on. And if you've been having these sleep, it's not sleep paralysis, but these experiences, these are actual experiences where they come, sometimes you seeing stuff, sometimes, you know, it's all type of shit happening, but what is happening is you feel stuck, like gravity or is a pull, right? But not that type of stuck. But you can move your feet, you can move certain little things or whatever, but you can breathe too, like you're aware of this is happening, you can breathe and everything. So for those that been having that type of experience, and to the other people that might see this, that might have this type of experience in the future, we're gonna go ahead and just basically alchemize it right now. And this should be able to collapse those timelines, collapse those frequencies, and we can just move on from those existences. Yes, they cannot turn off the machines using their technologies, but we can, because we are the higher power. That's what you gotta understand. The higher power can always manipulate, transform. You know, we got the power. We are the supernatural willpower. We got the will. And where there is a will, there is a way. And it's gonna always be that way, y'all. It's gonna always be that way. You know what I'm saying? So together, we use our will, at will. We use our will to come together, and using gravity, right? Using gravity, which is the mother's nurturing, and then we can alchemize that. Ooh, hold on. This is something that I was seeing yesterday. The Omega Metatron is the entity that is the dark polarity of the Archangel Metatron. So I've learned that tech you're talking about is associated with that entity. Oh my God. Let me tell you something, Jane. You so on point. Because yesterday I was walking and I was like, oh man, I was walking somewhere and I was like, and it dawned on me, I was like, Omega Metatron. I swear to God, now, this ain't no coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. Not like that. I believe in some here and there, maybe. But I believe, like, there's a threshold of coincidence. And it's like, hold on. This is above that threshold of what I would say a coincidence would be. Because I didn't even go live yesterday. I didn't even talk to none of y'all yesterday. Right? So, not live or none of that, nothing like that. So, me seeing Omega Metatron, and I kept saying, I seen it like solar, Omega Metatron, like, I was like, what the hell is this I'm picking up? You know what I'm saying? But right then and then, I seen the energy. I seen it. And I was like, damn, I need to make sure I protect myself, because that stuff gonna happen tonight. Like, it wasn't that like I spoke it in existence. I felt it because it's been happening more. It's a pattern. And it's been happening. Now, when I kind of backed up for a little bit, I kind of jumped into the matrix because I had a lot of more things I needed to get, and I had to go another route to kind of gather more information. So I wasn't on here teaching or talking or none of that. And that situation wasn't happening. Why though? Because it felt like, oh, it shut me down. It didn't shut me down. What happened was I had to go another route. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Listen, you always gonna be a step ahead because you're always gonna be in the right place at the right time, and you're always safe. Like nothing can hurt you. Nothing. Nothing. Only thing that could hurt you is your own mind, and the only thing that anybody can use against you is to get you to go against yourself. Remember that. Remember that. Ain't nobody got no, can't nobody put nothing, do nothing. Look at my face. You see my face? Come on now. It bores me. It bores me. I learned that from the real Ishmael Perez YouTube channel, and I have my own spiritual confirmation. That's so true. Hey, I don't even know who this person is, Perez. I don't even know because I really don't watch YouTube like that. I really don't. It's like 2 or 3 people and they gotta be on my, like, they gotta be divine. It gotta be divinely guided. They gotta be on my, like, you know, I don't just be watching everybody because I ain't looking for information. I got everything I need. So it got to be divinely guided for me to watch your channel. Your energy, you got to really resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? And you got to come to me. Like, your stuff got to come to me in a way that's like unbelievable type of thing. But yeah, this Omega Metatron energy, and that is that entity. Yes, the dark polarity of the Archangel Metatron. Exactly. So not only did they, and so basically they took the egregores and split using soul splitting technology. Come on now. They took the egregores and using soul splitting technology, they split the aspects up, and then they started using the darker and the shadow aspects and creating the realities. And so sometimes people be pulling on this distorted energy. So they basically split the consciousness, Metatron, Michael, and then they split them, and then they try to make it artificial. Make it artificial realities, artificial timelines, artificial energy, false realities, false memories, alien implants. Right. Alright, so for the people that's going to be watching this in the future, for the people that's watching this now, this is a short video for me. Let's just go on and get into the point. I know that was a new phrase, anti-gravity paralysis. That's what it is, guys. It's not sleep paralysis. It's not sleep paralysis. It's called anti-gravity paralysis. Yes. And it's actually a side effect of a electrical harassment that is sourced out of the Antichrist egregore anger body, right? Anger body. So these are more phantom timelines trying to basically infuse, right? And or intertwine with our organic realities, y'all. And since we've accessed these crystal bodies, there's a lot more things that's turned on, and I got a lecture coming on maybe tomorrow or whatever, but I got a new lecture coming up about these new parts and these new aspects that we also have activated within the crystal body. And you know that I'm going to be talking about it. Everybody on the internet going to be talking about it in like 9 months from now. So I got that I got that energy. All right, so yeah, and so look. So let's tap into a little bit about this the dark meta, or the Omega meta is exactly what it's called. The Omega, that's the name of it. Listen, because I asked the machine, because I be going back to visit it. Like, let's say sometimes I win the battle and like I beat it, but then sometimes I don't win the battle. But I always kind of go back and jump back into my body, or jump back into the sleep and go back to visit it. Like, man, I always try to go back to visit it. Like, man, let's go again. You see what I'm saying? So I asked it its name, who are you and where you from? And so I started getting answers yesterday, and it said, yeah, Omega Metatron. I'm like, what the hell? So that's confirmation for me, man. That is confirmation, Mo. So we're going to deactivate these timelines and this existence and this experience, man. 1344. You know what I'm saying? 1344 is all we really need. This is what you call the collective declaration. And so, with the power of the collective consciousness, we're going to declare these timelines out using our collective thought form. And so, one thing about our collective thought form is it's always powerful. All we need is at least 9 people. Like, it don't even have to be a lot. All we need is at least 9 pure, genuine, souls and entities with just pure intentions, and that's all we need. So all I need is 9 people. So we got 10 people on here, but for the people that see this in the future, that's you can still sign it up, and all you got is free. All you gotta do is get you a piece of paper, write on your piece of paper, and burn that piece of paper. That's it. That's it. Write exactly what I'm about to write, or you can switch it up and add whatever intuitively come to you as you're writing it. All right, so let's do this thing. So how you're going to start it off is you're going to say I, right? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and start writing mine now too. But then meta is that energy that's like that 2D energy. It's like 2D, but it's like 11. Yeah, it's like 2D, but it's like 11D energy too. From the higher perspective, it's like 11D energy too. And so, yeah, that's what that energy is. And that's like that energy that's like virtual reality or whatever, but also like that try to keep that wants to stay. It don't want to lose this seat. It don't want to lose this seat. You feel me? That's what that type of energy is. And then it's all about also the Antichrist energy. It's like the meta energy dealing with artificial intelligence, right? Dealing with us. Here's the thing about the meta energy right now. It needs energy. The actual egregore, it needs power and it needs energy. So when the machines or them devices hit a lot of us, not only just me, a lot of us, I don't get angry no more. But a lot of us, when this is happening, we like, man, we wake up mad as shit. Yeah, we wake up mad as shit like, man, hold up. What the hell was that? Blah, blah, blah. Whole time we waking up mad, and that's that anger. That's what I'm saying. The anger body. The movie called Armed Response that I seen on Tubi that reminded me about the representation of that Omega Metatron entity power and intentions. Yes, I need to check that movie out. And we've confirmed the name. We know its name now. See, that's the thing. We know its name now. And so now we got power. We've been had the power. But now if it shows up, we'll call its name. And we'll tell that shit like, get to stop playing with us. You feel me? Stop playing with us. What you talking about? I know what it feels like when it comes up, because I can feel that energy. I can feel it. And then I know, hurry up and get my ass up and like, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up out of it. But sometimes I be such in a deep sleep that Drake catch me, and I be like, shit, and then it'll go up my spine, and like electricity go up my spine, and all you feel, you be like, what the fuck? And you just wake up. You be like, you be moving your feet and shit, like, what the hell? And you just wake up like, bro, what the fuck was that? It wasn't a dream, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't sleep around. Just like, what the hell? Like, listen, man. So I'm so happy to be able to come together and like, and yeah. And so some of us, I just feel better that it's not me. I thought it was just only me that was getting like, what the hell was going on? But I realized these was automatic machines and tools and devices that was left from the Orion and the Lyran wars. And, they was fighting over the seeds of human collective. They was fighting over the human destinies. Like, they was fighting over who was going, our power. They was fighting over our power. And so some, they made a lot of deals. Well, yeah, but everybody was just here to serve themselves. And everybody's still serving themselves, basically. But, there are higher levels of service to self, just like there are higher levels of service to others. Service to self is not only just a negative perspective, there is a positive polarity of that purpose. Alright, so together we're gonna say, you gonna say I, and you gonna say your name. So I'm gonna say I, Hika, or we. Let's just say that. Let's say we. Or yeah, you could say I, Hika, on the behalf of the collective consciousness. Hold on, let me get my pen. So I, Hika, declare and decree on the behalf of myself, on the behalf, oh shit, my bad, y'all. On the behalf of myself and the entire, and then y'all could just replay this back, and then you could just rewind it, because I'm not about to keep on repeating everything though, but I am going to repeat it at least twice. And the entire human collective consciousness that all, okay, hold on. He could declare and decree on the behalf of myself and the entire human collective consciousness on July, today, what's today's date, y'all? Ashe. Oh yeah, I tapped into I think I tapped into one of his lives this week or whatever, something like that. Yeah, I remember, yeah, I did an actual lecture. I know that channel that he showed, they Astral, something like that. I did the actual lecture of the same Akasha. I posted a short like 12 months ago. I've been told that story. Astral Legends, they over there. They tapping into the Akasha records, and the story they had was a story I had too. I love when it happened like that. When Q played it, I was like, bro, I had so much happiness and confirmation and gratitude, because I'm like, I wouldn't have never felt that channel, because I don't really be looking on a joint like that. So I was so grateful to find that, like, I be picking this energy up, more confirmation that the energy I be picking up be that. And you can't make it up, because look at the time. You look at my video, it was like John 3:16 something, one of my last shorts. I was like Akashic Records or some shit. And if you look at the video, I did that video 11 months ago. So there's no way in hell that if they dropped they Galactic War and whatever video 4 months ago. Because I wanted to check, because I was like, hold on, let me just go check and make sure, because I'm like, it's confirming that my information is organic and authentic. So I like that channel, because they pull it from some Astral Legends. They pull it from some real Akasha. They pull it from some real Akasha energy. Yeah. Oh, I say. Bet. All right, y'all. So look, y'all. Let's get this declaration together. Hold on. Is anybody gonna participate in it before I write it? You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is write it and burn it. That's it. And fire is gonna help us to clear that template, to clear the timelines where we ever even agreed, whether this is our person or whether we was in another human form, where we ever even agreed of this existing. All right, bet. And this how you defend yourself, y'all. You could do all that black magic and shit if you want, but that shit takes so much time and energy. Like, I'm trying to work smarter, not harder. I'm not interested in working harder. I've been working harder my entire life. I ain't got time for it. How about y'all? Hey, how about y'all? I found the easier way. I'm gonna go ahead and take the short. I'm gonna go ahead and take that way. You can go on and keep doing all of that if you want. I ain't got time for it. I bet you right. All right, cool. All right, so y'all ready? So remember, y'all say y'all name. So I'm gonna start it from the beginning one more time. So it say, yeah, work smarter. I do moon scripting for the collectives too, level. I'm doing Ashe. Let's get it. Let's get it. So and now and I love the moon, man. I love the moon, and I accept the moon with grace and compassion. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move. Like I accept everything with grace and compassion, and we just like that's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's if everything here is a part of me and I am everything, I need to love all of me, right? If I'm practicing self love, or if I have to master the law of self love, this means I got to learn all. I got to love all parts of myself, even parts of myself that is pretending to be adversity in order for me to grow. All right, so I, Hika, declare and decree, and you say your name, declare and decree on the behalf of myself and the entire human collective consciousness on July, what's today, y'all? What's today's date? On July, today the 11th? No, today the 12th. Today the 13th. What's today, y'all? Somebody, because I don't have what today is. Anyway. And I don't want to click out the live. 12. All right, bet. This one, I was guided to do this joint. I got hella lectures coming up, though, y'all. Fire. Fire. But we was guided to do this today. 12. On July the 12th, 2024, that all unrighteous agreements, unrighteous agreements okay, hold on. Whether made consciously or unconsciously, whether made consciously or unconsciously, it's judgment day. It's judgment day, Antichrist egregore. It's judgment day. That all unrighteous agreements and all negatively oriented soul contracts made with the energies, the consciousness, made with the consciousness of the Antichrist, the Antichrist, Omega Metatron, made with the consciousness of the Antichrist, Omega Metatron, are hereby cleared and transformed into pure consciousness, into pure source consciousness. Indefinitely. Okay, so hold on, cause I gotta. This one gonna be a little long, cause it's a lot of it's a lot of stuff coming through. We need to add to it. Okay, hold on. Indefinitely. Along with all along with all side effects, along with all negative side effects, along with all devices, negative side effects. Um, Timelines, devices, and distortions. And spirit, and ether, and in flesh. Alright, so now we're going to say, no matter if these contracts, no matter if these contracts were created consciously or unconsciously, under the law of grace, it's almost done. Under the law of grace, as per the law of forgiveness, these templates are now alchemized, now and forevermore. Now and forevermore. Alright, that's it. Now that's how you motherfucking... Let me wash my mouth. But then now that's how you get it done, y'all. Okay, so I'm going to read it back one time just in case, you know. So, I wrote, we, right? We. But I, Hika, declare and decree on the behalf of myself and the entire human collective consciousness on July the 12th, 2024, that all unrighteous agreements and all negatively oriented soul contracts made with the consciousness of the Antichrist Omega Metatron or any of its aspects are hereby cleared and transformed into pure source consciousness indefinitely, along with all negative side effects, timelines, devices, distortions, memories, and spirit in ether and in flesh. No matter if these contracts were created consciously or unconsciously, under the law of grace, as per the law of forgiveness, these templates are now alchemized, now and forevermore. Ah, shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now that's how you look. Oh, snap. Look, y'all. 11:11. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Add Azael in there too. Yeah, hey, look. Hey, that's what I said. If you want to add some energies in there, you can add some. Because I was thinking, or any, when I said the Metatron energy, the Antichrist Omega Metatron energy, I'm like, or any of its aspects. So, or any of its aspects means if any of its projections, any of its personalities, any of its personifications, any of its identities, any of its ideologies. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, man, listen, we just did that at 11:11. You feel me? So man, we out, man. Listen, y'all, you know, share it, you know, like it, share it, comment. Thank y'all. And All you got to do is burn it. All you got to do is read that out loud and burn it, and it's done. It's done. You know, so it is said, so it is done. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this lecture. I got plenty of freaking lectures coming. I'm talking about fire. And you know, we did some collective work today, and so we're gonna be keep on doing that. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Ooh, 11 1 1 1 1 1. Come on now. Come on now. Good.